Hey guys, I don't know who can hear me, but I'm just doing a little maintenance on my in-runner motor. See, the connection points failed where it comes off the stator. I don't even know if this lens is clean. Anyway, do we got anybody with us? No, no, that's fine. So first thing I need to do is get some flux on the go. I'm used to working with the camera in front of my face, but let's see what we can do. Let's get these prepped. 1, 2, 3. So he just needs to get prepped. So this is flux. Use flux when you want to solder. I want to tin these wires. So I have self-tinner, but I'm not going to use that because that's for your tip. And I'm going to tin these wires so they look like that. I have solder on the end of them. You just take your wire. Real simple. And you can use your solder. There's a little helper. And you want to kind of just make one in the tube. Nice heat there. Wicks into the wicks right in. See? Beautiful. Make sure this one's done proper. Fresh solder. That one looks really nice. Give it a second for you to set it on your wooden table. This one already looks nice. Give it a little bit of flux, so they can always look better, right? Especially when we're working with a revolver type motor, you gotta be super careful. I got this motor and I thought it never worked, and then it occurred to me, why don't I just take it apart? And what was wrong was their connections, the little wires. It just pulled right off. I had them here. I probably threw them on the floor. But now I have to just add new wires and then run them through the orientation there. Re-secure them. You got A phase, B phase, C phase. 14 poles. It's an outrunner motor. Just your typical NIMOD crawler. And all you have to do, you take the C-clip off, and then when you remove the stator from the basket, pull really, really hard, because these motors have a lot of residual magnetism. Now let's just check these tips for how good their solder is. The manufacturer could have used a different type of solder. I just like it all to be the same. Some of these are going to be tight. Nice. See it wick right in. So this is a bullet connector on the end of it. I'll have to put the heat wrap on first. Any heat wrap do we want here? Probably a few layers. Heat wrap, heat shrink. And they can just slide on after. Cool. That should be enough. Hopefully we'll find out real quick. Well, we will do the hardest one first, I think. And then after we do this one, we'll have to work it down and out. See what we can make happen here. Sorry guys, interesting stuff here. So you can tell right away if it's a cold solder joint or not. It will turn a different color. That's actually a really good one. We'll try with this one. You got another one. It didn't flash cold, that's good. Still nice and shiny. You can tell if it's a cold solder joint, they flash a really dull color. They don't stay bright anymore. So if you want to see what I'm doing here, I don't want to burn those wires. Yeah, we'll do that like this. So I heat up the motor wire in the middle of the solder gun, and then I heat up the wire. They're separate, and then I bump them together. And this one will probably be the only one that doesn't work for us. Huh? Come on. Alright. I'll tidy that up with a little pair of pliers. Test my connections. Move this stuff out of the way here. That's a good one. It's a good one. That's a good one. That's great success. Okay, so now these can't touch, so we gotta use our heat shrink that we pre-installed. No, we don't need the blue there. Might replace that end anyway. So you come in with your heat shrink. You want to push it all the way back. You don't want to be in here doing this again. It's hard enough the first time. And the beauty of live is when anyway, you need a lighter, you don't have one. So we'll do the heat wrap on the other ones. Might as well just use the whole piece. Don't bother cutting it. They only come, that long anyway. Just bump it down as far as it can go. Like that. And then eventually we're gonna work them out to here. This is we could pull that out. That's just black tack. But all I'm gonna do is when these are back together, I'm gonna take another piece of heat shrink and put all three together. So I'll be right back. Gotta get a lighter. And we're back. Man can produce fire. Okay. It's gonna be hard to get at here. Whatever. Let's just do it. Make sure it's shrinking up right at the base. Doing its job. I don't think it needs 2 layers. But and keep in mind now this is all solder in here. It's not flexible like this anymore. Or like this. This is called a cab tire type wire. And there's many strands in there. If you didn't know, electricity travels on the outside of the wire. It's called the skin effect. So that's why higher efficiency wires are higher braided wires. There's more strands, more efficiency. So will this change? I didn't create any resistance or anything in there. Let's just try and get these in here without breaking anything. Some way I can see and you can see too. Work with the copper. You don't want to break your new connections. Slow and steady. Now this doesn't move, so you're all right there. It's just nice to get them out that same spot they came, right? Same wire hull. Which I think we might have success with. You push this one out of the way, then this falls in. To there. And then you just take this guy and just massage him just like that. Did you see him go over? So now he's in there happy. He's gonna live in the middle. And we gotta get that other fella right in there. This one looks skinny kind of in that spot, which is good, but it's also got a lot of solder on it. So once again, just massage it, go slow. Copper is extremely flexible. 1 or 2 times. And it's already been placed in here before, so it naturally wants to go back. See how it's wanting to fall in? Or can you see? Yeah. And you don't want to cut anything here. If you can. It's a pretty sharp edge. Trying to just make some room here for this little guy. You can see I'm using the Allen key as a lever to push these other wires down. Oh, they hit the screen. I thought it snapped. I think thought I heard electrical. An electrical snap, which is the touch, the glass. Now that go in there without scratching that would be just great. If I don't have to file that down. I don't think that'll work if I push that way, will I? If I claim this is the new middle, will that work? Come on. Work with me here. I don't want to break my solder joint. And that's possibly what happened the first time for these. They were installed. Yeah, there's really only enough room to have it beside it. It's a lot easier when it's all new. I think I'm going to have to file that piece down to get that in there. What am I talking about? This little piece right here. That little piece. It's just in the way. It's a keeper, but it's sharp. Here's my little file. I almost just want to clip or get this just out of here. I'm just going to bend it. Open up that whole side. Alright, it looks even sharper now. Holy smokes, I hope that fits in there. Come on, you know you wanna. It just fell under. That's great. Now all three are coming out that same spot. This motor's almost successfully repaired with 0 miles on it. Came broken. And I just figured it was broken forever and I got bored. I was like, what am I going to do here? So now we will put the proper heat shrink on there. I don't think I have any of that glue stuff. It'd be nice if I did. Give me a second. Oh, one sec. Is it right here? Proper heat shrink. It has glue inside of it. Like this. When you're an electrician, you buy heat shrink. And it glues at the same time. Anyway, I'm just trying to find my stash, I guess you'd say. Stuff's hard to come by. I think I got one piece of it left. It's because it's so expensive. I think that's just regular heat shrink. Looks like it's just getting regular heat shrink. Oh well, everything can't be amazing unless we reuse this. Can we do that? Let's reshape this. Yeah, let's try that. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Try this way. Is that falling off? It's just that heat shrink. One more to go. Weave that through there. Come on, we like snug. Snug is good. All right. This is like brain surgery. We're doing brain surgery on the old Outrunner. So what I'm trying to do, get that. I'm going to push it right into there and then reassemble the motor. I don't think he wants to. That's extremely unfortunate. It's looking for a triangle. I think it's looking for a different orientation here. Oh, that's tight. Alright, we're not going to fight with that. For not the results we want when we have a brand new package just off to the side. Here's the medium stuff. Something like that. Sure. Let me go cut that in half. Pretty big. Fuck, I'd really like that other one to work in there. Just perfect like it was. And heat shrinks as tight as it'll get, eh? Sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's in front of me. That's a good sign. Wider to smaller. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, sure. Yeah, I'm back at this old piece again. I'm stubborn. So that's going to be our top one. They kind of already have their own guides to go through there. You're going to go on this side. And you're going to pop out on that side. All right. Orientation is key. Come on. Well, that's going to be its belt right there. That'll hold them all. Let that juice, that glue get wet in there. There, and that's its safety stay. And then I'll use a larger piece and we'll go down and cover all that. I'll use a whole piece, will we? Still want this to be somewhat flexible. You don't want an inch of, you know what I mean? It's like the motor's great, it's small this way, but now you've made it that long, right? That's okay if it's going this way or that way. But any other orientation is not. Okay, that's pulling on them in there, so I'm gonna put, yeah, another little wrap on the bottom, just a safety collar there. I don't want to have to take this apart and resolder it again. And I'm gonna make that go down as far as possible. I'd like it to go inside, but that's not gonna happen. You can still see there was some glue left over from the last time when I get a new motor, if I still have any of this left, either in the truck from work, you know, just cut offs, because it is expensive. I'm not just gonna take it. I can buy my own, but when you only need, I mean, I had a piece this long and it lasted for a few years. flux. Now you need to know. And silver solder. A lot of the solder now comes with a flux core. You kind of don't need that. But if you want to do electronics, get a higher silver content, and this will be a lot thinner. This is just solder. This is tip tinner. What's tip tinner? So you take your hot iron and you dip it in the end, and it gets it nice and ready to do some soldering. How's this? Ready for reassembly. It doesn't look the greatest, but that's not the point. The point is it wasn't working at all. How's our outsides? Check our loops, our wraps. Nothing's broken. Some solder. Sorry, hit the screen. Some solder you can see even breached all the way down and is poking. Anyway, so that's that. So you need this, and everything I took out of the motor is right here. There's only one C-clip holding this whole thing together. Just be warned. So on the bottom, there's two bearings, but the bearings have brass bushings. So you're going to need two on the bottom, two on the top. There's already one down there that didn't come off yet. And then this is just going to rip this down in there. Whoa. Did you see that? Try and pull that out. Magnetism. Huh. Whoa. And that's why these motors are so strong. The Deaton force is amazing on these. Look at that. It's not too bad. Little fixed job. Then it gets two brass washers that came off of it. And then it's clipped. I don't have another one of these, so wish me luck. All one is. You can hit thumbs up if you don't mind. It's pretty cool, yeah. What's there? Let's see. It's almost like they're not supposed to be there. They're not supposed to go on the bottom. There's brass spacers. See that one just flew out? That's what you gotta be careful for. They are spacers. They space the stator up. They go right to the bottom. There, now that's lined up. A little notch. What we need. And I just use pliers. Grab on one side, pinch, and hope for the best. Sometimes it's easier. Oh, these aren't the right pliers. Where's my other ones at? If you grab it right at the end like that, and then push it on. Or not. Of course, it's magnetized. Everything's magnetized. Come on. Yeah, I wouldn't tune into this either. Cool. Thanks, guys.